Hey everyone, my name is Jerry, and today we're going to look at two possible ways to clean your iPad Magic Keyboard or your iPad Smart Folio Keyboard. Both of these iPad keyboards are great options, and they both have their own positives and their own negatives. But one negative that they share is that they're made out of this rubbery material that over time just picks up finger grease and oils and things like that, and it's very hard to remove. Over the last few months, I've received a number of comments on a few of my videos asking about how I clean these cases, and I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that over time you just can't clean them anymore, and that's kind of what I told people. But today I received a comment from YouTuber Tursas1 who suggested I should try Dawn dish soap to try and remove the stains from these guys, and we're gonna give it a shot. So on this Smart Folio keyboard, you can just see when the light hits it exactly where the grease stains are. And of course they're on both sides, so we're gonna try rubbing alcohol on one side, then we're gonna try Dawn dish soap on the other side to see how they compare. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just gonna wipe them down with a dry rag just to see if there's anything that comes off without any liquids or chemicals. And as you can see, the stains are still there. So to start, we're gonna try some 70% rubbing alcohol, and we're gonna use a microfiber cloth to put it on. And if we just look at it in the light, we're gonna try this area right down here. So we're just gonna spread it on. And then we're gonna use the dry side of the rag and just wipe it off. And we'll let that dry just a little bit. And we'll see what that looks like. And actually, that seemed to do an okay job this time. So if we look at this top side versus the bottom side, it's quite a bit different now. So let's try this over here too and see what we get. So it didn't seem to do as well over here on the left side where the stain was a little bit more ingrained, but you can definitely see a difference between where I did use the cleaner and where I did not. So now let's flip it over and we'll try Dawn and see how well that does. For the Dawn test, I was told to use just a few drops of the blue Dawn and some water, so we got a bowl of water right here. So the first thing we're going to do is dab a little bit of water onto this microfiber cloth. And just a drop or two of this soap. And, oh, got some bubbles. So we're gonna start in this area right here and see how that does. And Tursas1 says, don't worry about wiping off the soap with water, you just need to use a dry rag. So we got another microfiber cloth here that's dry, and we're just gonna wipe it off. Well, I think it helped a little bit, but let's try again and see if we can get some more of that out. So we're just gonna rub it, and again, there's just a little bit of water and a couple of drops of Dawn, and then we're gonna wipe it off with a dry microfiber, and let's see if we got any more of that grease out. Oh, you know what? I mean, you can definitely see more of a matte finish right here. It's not as shiny as up here or down here, but I'm not quite sure if it got out more than what we got out with the rubbing alcohol. If we look back on the rubbing alcohol side, down here, it seems like it did a pretty good job on this side. All right, just for fun, we're gonna go ahead and hit both sides one more time with each of these and see how we come out on the end. All right, so there you have it. I think that the Dawn actually did a better job than the rubbing alcohol, the 70% rubbing alcohol. I wonder if 80 or 90% rubbing alcohol would have a different effect, but I think that the Dawn gives you a cleaner finish than the rubbing alcohol does as far as cleaning the rubber on these Smart Folio keyboards and the iPad Magic keyboards. I'm actually pretty impressed. It does a fairly good job, better than I've done in the past using rubbing alcohols. So another shout out to Tursas1 on YouTube. Thank you so much for this helpful tip. If you found this tip helpful, hit the thumbs up button below. If you're interested in what I'm doing, you can follow me on Twitter at Jerry Schultz, or you can hit subscribe here on YouTube. You can find some of my other videos on the iPad Magic Keyboard or iPad tips and tricks below, and I'll see you next time.